I'm recording. And the clap. One clap. One clap. When we left off, Jody, you had just been pulled into this meeting by Adam. Yep. And you wanted to read your poem and you didn't get to. Skip, you've just been shitting your brains out after ingesting some of the holy oil, but now you feel smooth as butter. And you were informed there's a meeting upstairs. So we're going to pick up right with Jody. Jody, as you crest to the top of the stairs, you see this beautiful roof deck that you didn't know was here. And it looks like it would have been really nice for yoga at some point, as there's like space for mats, there are reclining chairs, there's these beautiful potted plants that have since sort of wilted because they don't really get enough sunlight anymore. But it looks like it was once a really nice space. As you and Adam and Aiden get to the top of the stairs, flanked by you and Adam and Aiden and Paul, flanked by two of Paul's trainers, you see a speck off in the distance. And it grows larger and larger and larger as you can start to see now the blades of a helicopter. And you start to hear that whoop, 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 whoop sound as it gets closer and closer.
Is it getting closer as in fast-paced free fall?
No, it's approaching. It's approaching,
okay.
Yeah. Anything you want to do? Adam turns to you and he's like, yeah, so basically, this is sort of a show of what we can do. We want him to know that we're really competent and we feel really confident in our plan.
What are we doing again?
We're meeting with a benefactor. It's a contact that I picked up back when I was working.
Where are we meeting him? And I reach into my pocket and I pull out a Werther's caramel and I loudly unwrap it.
We're meeting him because he has resources. He's an investor, and we have a business plan proposal. And can you chew a little quieter, please?
I don't think money is a concept anymore.
It's not money anymore. It's resources. This is now a barter-based economy, and if you look at the stats, most barter-based economies center around transfer of goods. So he's going to transfer goods to us, and we're going to provide him with a service.
Why don't we just kill him and take everything instead?
I don't really know. Actually, that's a good Paul. Why don't we? Paul, yeah, actually, yeah, it's a good point. Paul, why don't we do that? And Paul's like, trust me, if I know this guy, and I think I know this guy, that's not an option.
You're like 8 feet tall.
Just give it a second. And at this point now, the helicopter has gotten close enough that it's like overpoweringly loud as it starts to pull down. There's another building next to this that's got another it actually has space just enough for this helicopter to land. And as it hovers over, a little ladder pops down. And grappling down, are these two fully kitted out guards with AR-15 style assault rifles, tactical mask, bulletproof vests, grenades in their belts, all sorts of military grade shit. And then descending down from this ladder is a guy who looks to be maybe in his mid-40s, though you kind of only vaguely know that because it's sort of public knowledge, because he looks almost untouched by age. He's clearly one of those billionaires who is very successful in his pursuit of these reverse aging health crazes. He's very lean, but the way he crawls down that ladder, you can tell he's probably pretty physically capable. And his large sunglasses, as he turns, give this air of detachment to this already completely blank expression. His head is shaved. He's got this sleek gray shirt that probably cost about $500, t-shirt, and he sort of glides across as he walks, and yeah, like he's walking, but the movement is almost like effortless, and it reminds you a little bit of a shark as it moves through the water. Easy, but alert for potential opportunities.
Oh my god, it's Jeff Bezos.
So, you would know this man as Mr. Franklin. Mr. Dane Franklin is one of the wealthiest men in the world, owns a lot of companies, and he's the founder of this really big plastic manufacturer that has a huge focus on 3D printing and military AI, like for military and commercial use. And as he steps over, Paul reaches out a hand, and the two armed guards level their rifles at him, and Mr. Franklin holds up a hand, reaches out, shakes Paul's hand, and his voice comes out, and it's like, "Paul, good to see you. Been too long." Paul goes, "Yes, Mr. Franklin, it's really a pleasure to have you at the gym again. This is my team for now." And he sort of, you see the sunglasses sort of trail over the group of you. "Yes, interesting bunch of people. So you have a proposal for me?" And Paul goes, yeah, of course. And something you pick up on, Jody, is like you've never seen Paul like nervous, but right now he's a little nervous. And he gestures to you can see now there's like a little side table and a group of chairs that have been set up. He's like, please sit. And he goes and sits down. Adam goes and sits down. There is a chair if you want to take one. You gonna stay standing? Yeah? Okay. So then Aiden's gonna take the other one. And they all sit down, and Mr. Franklin just waits, stares as like Paul and Adam are like chatting for a second. Adam's like pulling out some papers. They lay some stuff on the table. Okay, so Governor's Island. We know that there are people there. We've seen them. There's lights on, which means they have power. Now, what I have are people. I have a group of people capable. I've trained all of them. And you know my training, Mr. Franklin. It's good training. Mr. Franklin nods. I can tap any one of these people at any time. I'm sure they've survived because I taught them how. And we can take Governor's Island. Mr. Franklin goes, to what end? Paul says, well, think about it. If Governor's Island has power, that means they either have generators or some way to get power. And it's highly defensible. We could set up a place where people can live safely, comfortably, and wait out the storm. And we can set up a program where people work to live there. Meaning we will have protection, we will have service, and we will have power. Think about what you could charge people. Mr. Franklin nods. Interesting. And what would you need? What would you need to make this work? And Paul goes, all we need, transport, weapons, and a few extra men. We need something to tip the scales. Mr. Franklin nods. And what does your team bring to the table? You know what I have. He points to the armed guards. What do you have? He's like, well, we have some really capable people that you know I've trained. Adam here, Adam speaks up. Yeah, I would say I'm like the strategy, you know. I really get in there, I crunch the numbers, I make sure everything works, and then it always does. Just always does. Never failed, really. And Paul goes, yeah, seriously, smart guy. And Jody here. Jody, if you could speak to your strengths, she's led tons of expeditions out in the city, gathered all sorts of resources, made contact with some interesting people, and finally the sunglasses turn to you. Is that right? I'm waiting.
And I start sharpening the axe.
What kind of interesting people?
My tenants.
Your tenants.
I was a landlady.
Ah,
And I'm also the boss.
the boss.
The boss.
The boss of what?
I'm not saying it right. It's the boss.
The boss of what?
We don't really have a name. We can't seem to put our heads together and decide. But I think I'm just gonna call us a bunch of assholes.
And what kind of assholes are you? At that moment, you hear Skip, you've just made your way upstairs. You see now everything I've described, and these two guys with assault rifles turn and point them at you.
As I open the door, though, I go, I'm sorry I missed poetry night, but once you go into that bathroom, you're gonna understand why. I put my hands up.
This is one of my tenants, and one of my assholes skipped over.
Mr. Dover, please come join us. This like shaved head dude in sunglasses.
Okay.
I was just speaking with your landlord, Jody, who says that you're all quite capable. I'm curious about interesting individuals you've met, as Paul said.
We've been meeting all kinds of folks. We've been going on lots of expeditions in the city, get supplies.
Anything
Folks,
anything supernatural?
Well, we killed tons of zombies, we saved an angel, and now she wants to take us to heaven.
I'm sorry.
That's our priority at the moment.
Go back. An angel wants to take you to heaven?
Yeah. What, are you jealous?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Well, it looks like you already got your heaven on earth. Why do you need to go to the actual heaven? I don't think they're gonna let you in.
But you made friends with an angel.
Surprisingly. Considering what I got up to in middle school.
For the first time, he seems surprised. Paul goes, so, yeah, as you can see, like, we've got people. We've got capability. We know what we're doing. And Mr. Franklin looks up. And he takes off the shades. And you see he's got these, like, brilliant blue eyes. And these, like, these, like, bright, blonde eyebrows. He goes, yeah, I think you do. I'll give you everything you need. Starting with this. And one of the guards pulls a briefcase and opens it up. Lays down on the table a contract, which Paul takes, reads. And here. And he lays down a pair of gloves, a gun, an axe, and out of another duffel bag, the guard pulls a longsword, hands it to Paul. Paul finishes reading the contract. He's like, this is great. This is perfect. Where do I sign?
What does it say?
Don't worry.
Are we involved?
Yeah. We're all
So,
involved.
would you care to elaborate?
Actually, you two, if you wouldn't mind joining me for a meeting, I have a separate proposal for you, if you don't mind.
Is Franklin saying this? Or-
Yeah, Mr. Franklin.
Wait, I want to hear what we're all involved on that contract.
Don't worry. Just my name.
I'm worried.
He hands the contract back to Mr. Franklin, takes it, puts it back, gives it to the guy, puts it in the briefcase.
I know what a bad contract looks like. You should see their freaking rental agreements.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. Listen, I can assure you, you're not in any danger at the moment. But,
A gesture to the AR-15s.
well,
Last time I heard that, I ended up signing a contract with her, and I paid for heat.
Oh, in New York? Isn't that illegal? How'd you get away with that? Never mind. Look. I have a separate proposal for you two, if you don't mind. And he gestures over to the helicopter. Please.
We're missing someone. We gotta get Jason.
Yeah.
I'm missing
Where is Jason?
Paul stands up. I'll go down and get him.
I haven't seen him in a couple hours.
Here.
Who knows what he could have gone
I'll be
to.
back.
He's not dead.
Come on, guys. And Paul and Adam and Aiden all leave and head down the stairs
We were just left alone.
with Mr. Franklin
And his guards.
and his guards. And he says, join me for a second. And he gestures over to the helicopter.
All of us here.
This involves all of us. believe me.
My roommate, Jason.
I'm sure. Well, I can wait.
So, what you been up to? I'm kind of saying generally towards the area of not only Franklin, but his guards.
Yeah. One of the guards speaks up. Actually, last week, I found a really great lady, and it turns out she's still alive. And Mr. Franklin looks back. I'm really not interested in your dating history right now, Robert.
I am, Robert. What's she like?
Yeah, she's really great. We went down to the seaport and we tried out that new, that like mall. I mean, it's not there anymore, but there was still some stuff left actually. It didn't get completely picked over. So I thought that was a really nice time. And I'm going to see her again tomorrow if we're both still alive.
Is your family still alive? You couldn't bring her home for Sunday dinner?
No.
You can bring her home to my
No, I mean my family's not still alive.
That's what I mean. You can bring her.
At that moment, you hear shouting coming from the stairwell and the sound of, like, fighting. And Mr. Franklin stands up. I'm not staying. And neither are you. Let's go. And one of the guards grabs you on the shoulder and, starts pulling you towards the helicopter.
Wait, what about Jason? What do we... Wait.
Same with you.
Wait a second.
They start pulling you towards the helicopter.
I bite one of their hands.
Great. Go ahead and make a dexterity test for me. One positive die. And another positive die because he's not expecting it. Do you have any...
Negative because I do have dentures.
Yes. Thank you for that. Cancel out.
Yeah.
Do you succeed? No. Rough. So you go to bite him, but he's wearing military-grade gloves. And so your dentures weakly, grate against the gloves.
To make it less embarrassing, I kind of clamped.
Robert goes, listen, I don't want to hurt you, so please, just come on. And they start pulling you towards the helicopter.
I do not consent. And I will try to hit the person who grabbed me.
Great. Go for a physical test, a dexterity test. One positive die. At this point, he's expecting it. So unless you have any other reasons. Apocalyptic ally. I don't know if that applies here, unfortunately.
So just a single.
Just a single for me.
One negative.
Yep.
Oh wait, they cancel each other out, so nothing.
Nothing happens. So once again, ineffectively, you're shoved, clipped.
Has no balls.
You're shoved over. Yeah. He's probably wearing like a cup. You're shoved over towards the helicopter, clipped in, and pulled up top with these two guys. Mr. Franklin climbs back up the ladder. The helicopter takes off towards Long Island City.
Jason!
Not
Jason! Jason!
You look back and you see actually Jason, the form of Jason, along with someone else that you met briefly, and Beale actually, all on the rooftop. You watch as they discuss for a little bit. Jason turns to the edge of the roof, sprints off the end, and dives off the side of the roof, and hits the ground.
I turn when he's running. I think he's gonna do something on a maneuver, and so I turn to the guard that manhandled me and go, "Oh my God, that's Jason Bourne."
And then you
see
watch him
jump off
smack into the pavement.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ!
I was a good roommate, but I wasn't that good.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And the helicopter into the distance. So we pick back up now, landing on a separate landing pad on a very, very tall building in Long Island City. I know. And the helicopter lands down on this helicopter pad. Mr. Franklin climbs out. You guys are escorted out by the 2 guards, led down into an elevator. As you let out, you're in this gorgeous penthouse with a view of Manhattan that would spark jealousy in any Kardashian.
We see like smoldering.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's also, the sky is like blood red because of the moon. But you can see Manhattan, and that's nice. And
Pure Rhapsody in blue in our heads.
yeah, exactly. You are led to like a massive sectional couch, sat down. Mr. Franklin goes over to this like bar area, pulls out a shaker jar, and starts to construct like some kind of smoothie.
Hey DM, I have a really important question.
Ask me your really important
We
question.
need to make a decision. Did I get my cart on the helicopter, or is it still on?
Ooh, do you think you would have tried to pull it with you?
I think I would have tried.
Okay.
Because it has my old great-grandfather in it.
Well then I think I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna do actually, because your grandfather's in the cart. I think this is really funny. And your dog.
And my dog.
And your dog. So because of that, I am gonna roll for Grandpa. And if Grandpa is able to pass a dexterity test to hold on, he's gonna grab the underside. That's correct.
I'm always hanging on, sweetheart.
Here we go. Oh, he crit. He got 2 1s.
Oh, yeah.
He crit.
Critted.
He chicken crit, boy. He chicken crit, which means as you land.
Yeah, what does this look like?
So, as you land, you hear and sliding away from the helicopter, you see like sticking halfway out is Grandpa Donatello, like his his like zombie arms like throbbing as he's like. That was really crazy.
Jesus Christ.
What of the dog?
The dog leaps up from underneath the golden eggs.
That's the DePietro bloodline for ya.
I did my best for you, Jody.
You did amazing.
I wasn't gonna abandon you.
You did amazing.
You're the boss.
Bring it in, bring it in.
You get a big smelly zombie hug from your zombie grandpa. So, all of that happened. We're back in the penthouse. Mr. Franklin is constructing some kind of shake over at the bar area. And he says, "Listen, I'm sorry for the theatrics. I really did not mean to make this feel like you were being kidnapped. It's what I did not want.
I feel like you kidnapped us.
Unfortunately, yes, I did kidnap you, but I needed to preserve my own safety, and honestly, it was not safe there. I feel like I'm doing you a favor. Believe me. Would you like a smoothie?"
Oh yeah, what made you feel unsafe?
Well, did you see the monsters in the streets? Did you see the hellhounds? Did you see the fire giants?
Hey, if you don't want a little bit of danger, then why the fuck are you living in New York?
That.
That's a fair point.
And you left the gym when it got loud.
Yeah,
What were you afraid of there?
it seemed like Paul was losing control of the situation.
My roommate's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. But you two
You're afraid
aren't.
of teenagers.
That's right. I'm afraid of teenagers. What? What are you talking about?
No. You don't like young people.
I don't like young people?
Yeah.
I'm s- I don't think that's true. Listen,
Well, that's okay. You're in a safe place. You can say it.
I mean, I don't know what the hell those Zoomers are talking about all the time, to be honest with you, but that's neither here nor there. The reason I wanted to meet with you is because I think we can work together.
On
I-
what?
You met an angel,
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
right? But here's the thing. Angels have never been verifiably real in the history of mankind.
Neither have fire giants.
Neither have fire giants. Neither have you seen these horsemen, these riders, right? You've seen the videos of the giant wolf. You've seen all of these things, right? We have never seen these verifiably in the history of humankind. And you made friends with an angel. Do you know what that means?
That I have a shot of going to heaven?
Yes, and you have a shot of bridging between mankind and the divine.
I don't want to belabor a point, but like we made these connections by like being in the city.
Yes.
Not being thrown to draw the gestures.
You'll be able to get back to the city. This was for my safety and yours, as it seems like, and he gestures out, you see the sky now. You see still like the blood red moon, and these like clouds are starting to form around, and these like crackling red lights with inside. Something is going on. So, I would prefer to live, and I think you would too.
Oh no, not really. I just want to do the mission that gets me to go to heaven, which means dying technically, and I want that.
Well, that's good, but
I'm kind of agnostic on the whole living thing. It
We're
really
New
depends on like.
Yorkers, born and bred. We've always been pretty,
I mean, there's a difference between like being alive and living.
Exactly.
I've come to realize that in the last several weeks.
Yeah. I was living when I was married to my ex-husband. Now I'm living.
I think I respect that. And he finishes his shake and he pours it in this like big, tall, green thing. And he raises it up. I respect that. Cheers to that. You don't want to just live. You want to thrive. Am I right? And he slurps the entirety of it in one go.
Well, I do like killing things. I'm not gonna be shy about it. This has been pretty fun. I've had more power and excitement than I've had in decades, and I lived through the 70s.
So you want to be empowered to thrive here.
Well, here's the thing, Frankie. I already am.
And yet, look at you. Both of you.
Excuse me?
Both of you.
What about?
I'm a very pretty lady.
You look like you're on the brink of death, my friend.
This is what a normal New Yorker looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I clearly don't understand living in this.
No,
Long
I
Island
understand.
city, Ivory
Uh-huh.
Palace.
I understand. Believe me. You look like you've been beat to shit. And what use is it doing these odd survival jobs when you can just thrive and suddenly have what you wanted? You don't have to scrounge on the streets anymore. You don't have to fight by the skin of your teeth. I can give you the ability to fly. Not literally, but metaphorically. I can give you the ability to move through this world with some purpose, with some power, to accomplish your goals and do it with a little more ease.
Question. So looking around the space, it's obviously like very fancy, very like.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is here?
The guards.
Guards are still here?
Yeah.
Two.
2. Yep.
They're still armed.
They are still armed. They are still watching. Yeah.
What else is in there?
Lots of stuff. I mean, there's stairs that go to another part of the penthouse. There's you're on like a big sectional. He's got like a bar area. There's like decanters with various liquors. There's also like jars of powders. There's a massive TV. There's a big floor to ceiling window. There's a door that probably leads off into another hallway. There's a door that possibly leads into a bedroom based on what you can see, just like the door being open. Over in the corner, there's like a treadmill, some weights. Over in another corner, there's an elevator door. It's pretty clean though. Like it's that sort of minimalist aesthetic where there's, yeah, sure.
It's all great and everything. Can we go? Is that a thing?
You can, yeah, you can leave, but I wanted to bring you in because I think we could work together. You've made contact with the divine. if we can find a way to make a meeting happen between the head of the divine and the head of humankind.
So I'm gonna cut you off there. Two things. One, you're really representing yourself as the head of humankind, which is.
At the moment, I'm the one with the most resources.
I appreciate that confidence. Also, I think that maybe you are overestimating the divine, as you said, their willingness to meet with you. They have stuff going on. It's
Yeah,
the impression we get.
I mean, to be frank, they're kind of getting their butts kicked, so.
Well, maybe we can be the force that changes that. Look, right now, I'm the guy with the most resources. I'm the guy with the most protection from what's coming. And you hear this. And out of the sky starts to fall rain as it patters the windows that looks blood red. And from the clouds, you see these fiery gouts that fall down onto the earth, and in different parts of the city, like explode in flame. Up past the clouds, you see this flash of light, and then this like growing fireball. You see what I mean? It's pretty hellish out there.
I don't think your helicopters and your armed guards are really gonna help against that.
This is the tip of the iceberg, my friend. I've prepared. Look, you don't have confidence in me. I get it. But I have confidence in myself, and I think if you're just willing to listen, we can make something work here. You're free to go, but if you choose to take my offer, I will give you a vehicle, I will give you gear, I will give you my healing techniques here, so that you have a better fighting chance out there. All I'm asking is in the future, you help me set up a meeting with the head of divinity. Not that big an ask.
Yeah, sounds good enough to me. I'll take your shit.
What do you say, Skip? Don't you want to thrive?
I will take your stuff.
Then we have a deal?
You need to sign a contract?
No, just a handshake.
Oh.
You-
Slap my hand.
He shakes it, doesn't flinch. Skip?
She already does it, I'll do it. I shake her.
He shakes it.
I give it like a really, really hard squeeze though.
You do that, and you feel an equally hard and then harder squeeze come back from this very strong dude. You can try. Yeah. Do you want to try?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, roll a dexterity test. Why not?
As someone who had like a character who worked service for so long, I
Yeah.
feel like so much distrust towards billionaires.
I agree.
This is a very famous billionaire.
I get it.
How many?
One positive die. Just a test. No negatives.
That is a fail.
He's surprisingly incredibly strong. And as he squeezes on your hand, you feel like a twinge of pain. Great. Okay. So, let's get you guys set up. And you are given 2 guns, 2 clips of ammunition. Each gun can fire 10 bullets.
Hand me a pencil, please.
2 guns, 2 clips of ammunition, and a signed voucher for 4,000 cans. You are given the keys to a vehicle. You are each given 1 container of healing juice. That's what he calls it. He's like, I drink this stuff every day. It's incredible. Look, I'm telling you, you got a wound, you got some issues, you got some stress, this will fix you right up. So, the elevator will take you downstairs to your new car. Can't wait to talk soon.
We'll be in touch.
I hope so. I hope so. I think this is gonna be great. Later.
Alright, so we're gonna head down the elevator and we're gonna get into our new car.
Incredible. And we'll jump back over.
So, we're just gonna jump right in. You two, Jody and Skip, are led down now through this elevator into this big garage, where waiting for you is a nice new Tesla. Just sitting there,
Ew.
ready to go. Sorry. But a Tesla is sitting there for you. You've both been outfitted with guns, and you have your cart, and you both have healing juice, one canister of healing juice. Yeah. A navy blue Tesla. You are you're given the keys, and the elevator closes behind them, and they head back up.
So Jody, you're a longtime New Yorker. Should I assume you don't drive?
No, I know how to drive.
Oh, okay, cool. And I throw it to you, and I get in the passenger seat.
Okay, Jody gets into the driver's seat and notices the giant iPad and holds the steering wheel and looks around at all the buttons and looks at the iPad and looks over to Skip.
Maybe I should drive.
Do I even need to drive this?
I mean, according to the people who make them, no, but you absolutely need to.
What is this? This isn't a car.
Yeah, it's more of a lifestyle. Yeah, I should drive. I should drive.
She, shaking a little bit, gets out of the driver's seat and opens the door.
Fantastic.
And I get in, and I'm like, okay, I haven't driven in a while.
To the passenger seat.
All right. Okay. When I drove, cars didn't have screens like this. Okay, I pressed the button to start.
Fantastic, and it starts up immediately, and the little pad, the touch screen flashes to life.
I put it in reverse and starts making that shitty noise.
Yep.
So right.
It's like, ah, fuck.
The garage descends down out now to in the little arm. I don't know what to call it. Right now.
It's an
The
arm.
arm is raised, so you can
The
you
barrier.
Just drive straight out. So effectively, how what's going on now as you look around is that the sky, it is still raining, and seemingly meteors are falling from the sky. These massive fireballs just like off in the distance, something closer. You could hear impacts as they are all around you guys.
As we leave and I see all this, I'm gonna say like out loud, like, I don't know if you're real, God, but if you are, please let one of those meteors hit that asshole's penthouse. All right, let's go. I turn on the windshield wipers.
Great. I have a question.
Ask.
And it's related to what exactly are we looking for from the angel? She sent us after something. Right?
Scavenger hunt.
So she sent you after Buddha belly burgers.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but she didn't have like a solid lead on that. She said you guys had to figure it out for yourselves. So, where do you want to go first? Here are the things that you know. It's raining fire and blood. There is an assault on Governor's Island brewing.
We're in Queens.
Jason Bourne is dead. You've been tasked with arranging a meeting between the Divine and Mr. Franklin.
We should probably do what the angel wants. Let's go find that Buddha burger, Buddha belly.
Exactly. We're gonna use everything that he just gave us. We're gonna get to the bottom of that. We're gonna get our perky little pushes in heaven.
Yeah, and we'll see Jason there.
We'll see.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah, Yeah. I don't want to speak ill.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, for sure.
Are you sure we
Absolutely.
should drop by the gym and pay our respects?
I feel like they're not gonna want to see us since
Why?
they wanted to make a deal with this shithead, and instead of that happening, we
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
just
we're
got
bringing-
swooped
They're
away.
gonna think that we're bringing all of this back to them, and I don't want them to take our stuff.
Yeah, I don't want
really
that.
ruin my day.
They might think we double cross them, maybe.
Do you know? Sorry, let me take it back. Do you know anything about this Buddha Belly Burger chain? I usually just go across the street and get McDonald's.
McDonald's is too expensive for me, but have I seen this?
They're around.
Okay,
There's a few
yeah.
of these. I would say you've never been to Long Island City, so you wouldn't know like where they
Who
are
has?
here.
Why would
but-
we?
Yeah, right. Why would we come here? But yeah, you've seen them around. There's a few of them.
I guess let's drive back towards our neighborhood and see if we pass one on the way, and we'll investigate.
Wait.
You do have a GPS in the car, by the way.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. Wait! And I like practically put my hand on the wheel while you're driving. Pull over! I have an idea. And I start typing into the iPad. I take it to the home screen with all the apps, and I press Google, and it takes me a solid 5 minutes to type in with my thumb. I'm typing
You
it.
somehow go to the web browser to Google, and then you search an address,
Yeah.
and then you click the link.
Where is Buddha Belly headquarters?
Google Maps pops up a marker for Buddha Belly HQ in Long Island City.
Ew.
And
Of
then
course.
I start like
It's
trying
very
to make
close
it
to you.
do.
It's near the Queensboro Bridge.
Oh, well, looks like we're actually on track. Maybe we should stay in Queens instead of trying to cross the bridge. Well, there might be a troll on one of those bridges anyway, so.
Okay.
You guys going?
Yeah.
All right.
I back it up. I do a U-turn.
You guys take off from Buddha Belly HQ. Back to Jason. So, Jason, at the moment, you are lying underneath the Queensboro Bridge while Beale is desperately trying to make some kind of splint for your leg.
Oh, I'm still with Beale.
You're still with Beale. Beale helped you. Beale helped you out. Remember?
Right.
So yeah, Beale is desperately trying to fashion some kind of splint for your leg.
Yeah.
They've laid you up against like the partition here.
Yeah.
And it is still grated. You've escaped the Howl Horseman for now, but you're there.
Beale, I gotta be real with you, man.
Not a man, but yeah.
I meant that in like a general neutral sense. So,
Right.
Beale, I don't know if the split idea is really gonna help the shattered ribs and whatever's going on with my hand. And I hold up my hand, and like it looks like, I don't know if you've ever seen Saw 5, where like they have to cut like the thingies.
Yeah.
But it looks like the hand is like kind of like hanging.
Don't say that. Don't say that. We can, if we just get you walking, we can get somewhere and maybe get you some help.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but and this is painful for me to admit, and I mean that literally. I think maybe we should call it quits, because if I get up from this position, I think that I will vomit, and if I evacuate anything inside of me at this point in time, I think I will die.
Well, okay. no. Hey. Beal goes over and like smacks you in the face.
Okay.
Stay away.
I
Look,
try to swat at his hand with my fucked up hand.
Oh,
Ah!
Look, tell me about where have you been? What have you been doing? I haven't seen you guys for a few days, and you come back to the gym and you're kitted out with like weapons and armor. Where have you been? Tell me.
Let's see. We went. There was an angel in the East Village.
Yeah.
And
Like a real one?
yeah, she was hot, but she
Okay.
got her ass kicked by a fire giant.
Okay.
And then we helped her with a split, kind of like what you're doing now.
Yeah, that's right. And Beal has found like a suitable like big stick and starts like wrapping it around your left leg.
Yeah, and then okay, and then we went to a bar called I can't remember. Flanagan's.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
there was a couple TikTokers, and they sucked. And then we went out, and then we went okay, and then we went inside, and then Jody found her grandfather, and then we killed some undead mafia people, and then we went back for poetry night.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's
Okay.
what-
Okay.
That's what.
Well, tell me tell me what's the deal with you and Raquel?
I love her,
Yeah.
but I don't think it can work out.
No. Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. Make it work out. No, because listen. Hey.
Yeah.
Raquel likes you.
Really?
Yeah.
Girl, are you just saying that?
No. When you were gone, Raquel kept talking about you.
Really? What's she saying?
She said she hoped you were alright. She said you were safe. She said she wanted to see you again. She said she was really excited to hear whenever you brought to poetry night. Raquel likes you.
Fuck, man. Why did I leave her in the gym, man?
Well, to be fair, Paul took her. So.
Oh, we gotta go back for her, man. I can't. If I'm gonna fucking die, I can't.
You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. Hey, pray with me. Pray with me. You said there's angels, right? Maybe we can pray or something. I don't know. Give it a try.
That's really not my bag, man. I think.
Neil reaches and pulls out from under their shirt a cross necklace.
It's like a really big one.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't mean to get too in the weeds here, but like,
Look, I get it.
is that, I mean,
No, just
gender nonconformity is not exactly.
yeah, I know,
those
but
people.
like, look, it doesn't mean that I can't have faith.
Alright.
Let's try it. If maybe it'll work.
Okay. And I reach my hand out, meaning to like clasp it with his
Right.
pendant, but I just put it on his instead of just bleeding all over his face.
God.
So, Beal, we're gonna do a ritual. I've created a little mechanic. So there are a couple phases for a ritual. With each success, it gets easier, but with failures, it gets harder, right?
Oh, God.
So you were gonna offer up something for the ritual. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a prayer, poem, it could be anything, any sort of creative or sincere form of ritual.
Okay.
And we're gonna call on the divine. All right. So Beal is gonna start. So Beal grabs the cross necklace. Starts praying. Jesus Christ, as my Lord and Savior, I call upon you still thinking
the
about
love of his life.
Yeah.
And he's thinking about the fuckhead who took her.
There we go.
And so he wrote this in a moment of angst. This poem is called Paul. It's kind of long. Okay.
Here we go.
P stands for penance, pestilence, paragon. Proud father who knew his sons, his flock, his people were too far gone. Knew that they had walked away from him, discarded him to wander. Knew that the things he taught them, all of it was a blunder. For this man, you see, had thought. He had figured. Make your mind into a muscle, callous it like the scars on your hands. Build it like the bulging biceps in your arms. Reconfigure. But he left no room for the most important muscle. And his sons, his flock, they slowly started to wonder, was this all there is? A paragon to punch things? Or is there something more that allows you to? A stands for arrogance, assault, and arrival. Standing at his station and musing about survival. But all you've ever done is been a man without conviction. Let your muscles work it for you, a boulder of contradiction. Because you're the one who stands so tall, right? So what have you to prove? Let the little guy fight for scraps just to impress you? But all of that arrogance, that misguided confidence will come to bite you. Once the people realize the A just truly stands for asshole. U stands for ugly, ulcerated, unloved. It reminds us of a thing that we used to have nightmares of. You see, the monsters in our dreams were never teeny tiny. They were always boulders, giants, unnatural figures in the world, imposing their size on our unkempt joy and squeezing it out for us to choke. Unbeknownst to you, these minds outgrew the shallow machinations of your imposition, and instead you appear to us as a moving contradiction. A man, not a monster, with muscles for days, using them only for gardening ways. L is the lamest letter of the bunch. It licks the dribble of the others as it comes, lazily limps its way to the finish. So concerned with the perception of others that it begins to diminish. It wished it stood for something strong and powerful like love. It wished it could stand for something loud. It wishes it was more than just something to sweep up the crumbs of a name. But when you're so concerned with being liked that you forget how to love, how can L be anything more than longing? Longing to be something more than just P-A-U-L.
Give me.
And then I follow that up with, and yeah, God, amen, or whatever.
Eat your heart out, Amanda
Give
Gorman.
Give me one positive die for luck.
Okay.
One for the poem. One for the okay. One for luck. One for the poem. One for Beale's previous contribution. One negative because the amen was a little half-hearted. Go for it.
What kind of test is it?
It is. Let's call it charisma. I think.
Can it be empathy?
It could be empathy.
Alright, one success.
One success. Just one. Okay. There's a bit of a minor complication, and you feel like maybe it wasn't so appropriate. Beale goes, wait. Say that again. At the end, that last stanza you had, and Beale reaches out and pulls out their laptop, and they start to play this like beat they were working on earlier.
So it's like a diss track?
And it goes just underneath. And it's like, and there's like, and add in something about servant of evil, servant of selfishness.
Yeah,
Throw
yeah.
something in there.
L
You can
is
do it.
the lamest letter of the bunch. It licks the dribble of the others as it comes. It lazily limps its way to the finish, so concerned with the perception of others that it begins to diminish. It wished it stood for something strong and powerful like love. It wished it could stand for something loud. It wishes it was more than just something to sweep up the crumbs of a name. But when you're so concerned with being liked that you forget how to love, how can L be anything more than longing? Longing, spawn of Satan, you master manipulator, you're a traitor who belongs in a crater in the ground 6 feet under.
With
going
haters! And
Yeah.
give me one more empathy test. The same 3 you had. Another one for Beal's contribution. 2 negative dice. Give it a shot.
Big money, no whammies. Alright. Looks like 2 successes.
2 successes. Incredible. So, as you reach out with your prayer, you feel nothing. But then you hear on the wind, and out of a seemingly disembodied beam of light flies what looks like a man with big angel wings spread out, who lands down near you on the ground, looks up, and you can see just past him, he's looking past you, you can see at the other edge the horseman that had been chasing you earlier. And the angel turns to you and says, "We don't have much time. I am your leader. Come with me if you want to live." Grabs you by the arm, grabs Beal, and lifts off. Just as you guys are pulling down near the Queensboro Bridge, you see flying off in a direction is an angel holding 2 people aloft as they fly back towards Manhattan.
Fuck, that's a
Looks
big.
like they decided to do another round of the rapture.
That's a big pigeon.
Knock it out of those chickens.
That's the biggest seagull I've ever seen.
I hope he doesn't take my set.
So,
Hold on to those French fries.
you see the angel take off. Where do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should follow the. I don't know. Should we follow the? Maybe, does it look like it's going up?
Going
Or-
up and over the water.
Does it look like a good angel or a bad angel?
It looks like an angel. Like you've only met.
I've only met the one. I haven't met a wide range.
Well, that's not true because there were several other angels
yeah.
in the St. Patrick's.
Oh.
So I'll probably like scream or something as it's lifting me up. Can they
Yeah.
get like a perception to see if they
Here's what I'll say because this has got to be pure chance. I would love for you to make a charisma test with just 1 positive die, and you both to make an empathy test with just 1 positive die.
If I match it, that's a.
1.
If I match it, it's a success.
If you match it, it's a
Success.
All right, because you failed, they would need 2 successes. So they hear.
They both,
They
Wait,
hear your
wait,
voice.
and I pull down the windows of the Tesla. Probably make some shitty noise too.
Yeah.
shouting, I don't know why this is in my head, I think. But I feel like it starts as a shout, and then I realize I'm kind of hitting a sick note. And I'm like, and then I kind of like my eyes just start to go, and the concussion's really taking hold, and I'm losing it. So I'm like, someday love will find you.
Oh fuck! Wait! And I stop the car and I roll down the windows like, that's Jason Bourne.
It's funny every time.
Every time, and I U-turn the car
Yeah.
and I drive towards that angel.
Amazing. So.
And it's like through a park or something. It's not even like on a road.
Yeah.
Cabby man, follow that angel.
So as you are escorted back to Manhattan, you 2 in the car, you're driving along and you see on this bridge is chaos. There's some sort of commotion going on. There's smoke and fire, and on the bridge is a fire giant fighting with something that is coming out of the water. It's very hard to tell just with the level of smoke here, but you can see the flames from this fire giant as it's trying to beat on something that is sort of slipping and moving out of the way.
How large is this giant? Is it how much space on the bridge is it taking
Oh,
up?
it takes up a lot of space. It's definitely like 1 foot is equivalent to like a full lane, and it's having to step back and forth to fight this.
Can I try to? We've already gotten on the bridge.
I assume.
Okay. Can I try to time? Like, I'm nervous about losing this angel.
Yeah.
Can I try to time it to drive like through its legs, or
Hell
where it's
yeah, you
not
can.
stepping?
Hell yeah, you can. Do you have, so as you start to drive up, what are you doing to try and time this up?
I'm going to. Does it seem to be rocking in some sort of like rhythm?
It's sort of chaotic at the moment because it is reacting to this. Now you can see it's, looks like the head of a serpent.
I
That's
think
rising out of the
I think I just need to shore myself up so I have the nerve to just floor it.
Yeah. Okay, you
And
floor it.
and so like I'm gonna throw on some kind of music, just and hope that it's something that pumps me up.
This feels like a willpower test, aided by another positive die because you threw on some music. And I think for the purposes of okay, so two positive dice. This is a very dangerous situation. So
And this is willpower.
This is a willpower test.
I'm a brave coward.
Yeah.
So another one.
Jody, do you have anything that you feel like you to aid Skip in this moment for time? Going between the giants, like you see Skip, like I guess, grab the steering wheel, pop on the music, and you can tell just by looking. It's intense.
Yeah, I say like, hold on.
What are you gonna do?
We're just gonna hold on. As much as I can
Okay.
do.
Alright, sure. Alright. Great. So,
Do I also add a positive and negative for calculated risk?
hell yeah.
Actually, I changed my mind.
I love that you did.
I'm gonna give a little pat on the shoulder. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Add a positive.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right. So is it 2 negative and 5 positive?
Yeah. The risk.
If you
Dude,
fail,
I will
it's
tell you this though. If you fail,
It's a Tesla.
Yeah.
Easy come, easy go. We couldn't charge it anyway. All right. So this is willpower. No. Nope. No successes. Neither of the negatives are canceled out.
Take 2 points.
So,
This is
you floor it. You floor it.
Someday.
You floor it. And you speed through, and immediately one of the giant's feet collides, T-boning the car as you spin out past the giant on the bridge. The car catches fire. Each of you take 2 points of physical stress as well from the car crash. And your door is busted. The car totaled. What are you doing?
Fuck. Let's grab everything. We gotta move. We gotta catch up to that angel.
I said this was your moment, kid.
Well, all see how that worked out. Let's go. And I grab everything I can. I assume they're like in duffels and shit. Yeah.
I got the cart.
Yeah. Get it! You guys run off after the angel. Jason, you and Beale are brought back to St. Patrick's Cathedral. You land at the entrance, and Uriel scoops you up
Yeah.
and brings you forth into St. Patrick's. Beale, hot on your heels.
I feel like it scoops me up just right at the waist, so I'm
Yeah,
just like hanging.
you're hanging.
Still singing.
Yeah, maybe. Uriel leads you in, throws open the doors, brings you forth past the
I'm
fuse.
just picturing Aragorn in the Two Towers moment, but like with the body.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
his,
yeah.
in his arm.
As if that couldn't get hotter. Fuck.
Lays you down in one of the beds,
Yeah.
and walks over to another angel. You're sort of out of eye shot for a little bit. Beale comes up to your side. Hey, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You just gotta stay awake, all right?
Thanks, Bill.
See, it worked. I knew it would work.
Yeah, man. You're gender neutral, man. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Hey, can you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
Can you catch this vomit?
After a little while, Uriel comes back, scoops you up. Come on.
I can't brag.
Yeah. Brings you now to another room where injuries are severe, so we're gonna need some expert help. And knocks on the back door, and Uriel says,
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
No!
Jesus Christ, it's the end of the podcast. You just heard me, Cassie Clark as Jody DePietro, Gianni DeMaia as Jason Bourne, Mitch Ecker as Skipped Over, and Zach Herman as our Game Master. Our intro and outro music is by Roy Driscoll. Check out the description for a bunch of links, including to our Patreon, where you can sign up at participating in choosing what happens on our podcast and voting rights on what happens on the next system that we tackle. Later, skaters. Bye!